Once upon a time in the land of Paxton. Paxton. Paxton woke up early and went and got Ethan. They woke up and had some breakfast real fast because they had somewhere to be. They jumped in Paxton's car, the Cheetah, and decided to get to the racetrack early. They got there as soon as they could and walked around the track. They were waiting and nobody was out there. They saw a big hangar, which was a giant building, and stores were closed. Paxton decided he was going to race around the track a little bit and get the car ready. He zoomed around. Google told him, "You're getting 1 minute faster than you were the last lap. You're now 30 seconds faster than the previous lap. You are now going as fast as you've ever been around this track." And Google was keeping track for him. He paused. He stopped in front of the hangar to get a cookie from his car. Don't do that.
Not a cookie.
A cookie? What'd you have? A muffin?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, not for breakfast. It was
Yes.
morning. Okay,
We
ice
already
cream,
had
fine.
breakfast.
Okay, fine. Paxton stopped and got some ice cream. When all of a sudden, the big door on the hangar opened. And there was a line of cars, supercars, the fastest cars ever, all in a line. And there were several people standing around. Paxton looked over to Ethan, and Ethan said, "Wow, those are some cool cars. They must cost $1 million." Paxton realized one of them was a Bugatti. More than $1 million. That one's like $8 million.
No!
Yeah, Bugattis are like $8 million.
No,
Some
they're
of them
really
are.
not 8 million.
Some of them are.
I would say let's do the Bugatti Vision GT for 8 million.
Okay.
So, and then you gotta say Bugatti Vision GT.
A Bugatti Vision GT was there. Ethan was excited. Wow, I wonder what car they're going to give me. A few days earlier, Ethan had gone out with the man to go build his own car. But little did he know that the man was here, and he had Ethan's car that he had built, the Blazer Blaster. It was a fast car that was just like Paxton's, and he got to design it all himself too. So, as all the men jumped into their cars and pulled out onto the track, Ethan was standing there waiting. The man came out, and Paxton recognized him and said, "Hey, I know you. You helped me build a car." "That's right. Are you ready to see your car?" "Is it done?" Ethan said, excited. Yes, it is. Come this way." The man walked him around the corner, and there, under a big sheet, was Ethan's car, the Blazer Blaster. "Wow." Paxton walked over and looked at it too. "Wow, that is awesome."
What does it look like?
It was black and blue and yellow inside, and it looked similar to Paxton's, but it had a few differences. This one was an electric motor, so when it fired up, you couldn't hear anything. He opened the door, and there a voice said, "Hello, Ethan. My name is Bob." "Hi, Bob. How are you?" "I'm good. Are you ready to race?" "Of course." So Paxton and Ethan, they jumped in their cars, fired them up. Paxton's revved up loud. Ethan's
No, it goes.
He revved his up. You couldn't hear a thing. They were both ready. They put on their helmets and their seatbelts and went to the racetrack. There were Lamborghini Huracans, Bugattis, Ferraris, Koenigseggs, Paganis, every single supercar out there. And there was Ethan and Paxton's brand new cars that were built by them. They lined up on the track, and the man said, "This will be a special race. We will start here, and we will end down by the water." Paxton and Ethan, "We haven't started yet. Turn your engine off." Paxton and Ethan looked questioningly. "Water? What do you mean water?" "We're going to the lake," the man said. "I'll send the race course." What's wrong with your eyes? You okay?
No, I just like doing that.
They're hurting?
No, I just like
Don't
doing
pull on that. No, don't do that. That's going to pull your eyelashes out. And then you'll really be hurting. Don't do that. Leave it alone. Let's see. They fired up. And there, Google showed him the path of the race, and Bob showed Ethan the path to race on his car. They fired up and got ready. As soon as the green light went, they floored it. Every tire peeled out. Ethan and Paxton were in the lead, but there was a Pagani coming up right behind them. But as soon as they got to their top speed, they outstripped all the other cars. Who said? I'm telling the story. I win in the end.
I win.
No, I win.
I win. You're not even in the race.
I could be. Maybe I'm in the Pagani. So they continued to race, getting up to their top speed. But then the course started to turn, so they had to slow down. They slowed down, hit the brakes, and started to drift around the turns, sliding in and out, each taking turns taking the lead. The Pagani kept getting closer. He was not giving up. Everybody else was too far behind, but the Pagani was keeping up with Ethan and Paxton. They were zigzagging in and out of the track. When they got down towards a jump, there was a huge jump coming up, and they had to land it right, otherwise they could spin out and crash. Paxton got to the middle of the track. Ethan lined up right behind him, and the Pagani was still there right behind even Ethan. Pretty soon, they hit the jump, flied through the air, and landed with a bang. But they were okay, and they kept on going. They skidded around a little bit, but then they were fine. They saw the end of the finish line, coming up around a few more turns. Paxton and Ethan were slowing down. They got close. They were closing in on each other. Coming around the turn, Paxton got front. Then around another turn, Ethan was in front. Then around another turn, the Pagani had zipped in front of him. What was this Pagani doing? How could they keep up with us? He must be a good driver. They got around the last turn and they racing towards the end. Paxton just got to the front of the line and won the race. Ethan was right behind him and the Pagani was right behind him. Ethan and Paxton jumped out and high-fived each other, and then they walked over to the Pagani. They knocked on the window and said, "Hello, who are you?" The window rolled down, and there was a man with a helmet on. He took the helmet off, and it was Daddy. Daddy was the Pagani driver.
Oh.
He almost kept up with them. "I almost caught you two." They both laughed. "You almost did, but we were too fast in our new cars."
Yeah.
"Maybe next time," said Daddy.
Our cars go 520 miles per hour, and Ethan's go 515.
The end.